Hi, my name is Sebastien Gautier. I am the Global Sales Lead for SIMULIA at MODSIM.
Sebastien, what is keeping your customers awake at night?
Our customers stay for a diverse number of reasons up at night. One of them is certainly that we have a very dynamic market, if not volatile markets in the past couple of years. Disruptive technologies are out there, a lot of startups in competition with large companies, as well as sustainability topic, which is always growing for all of our customers.
So I keep hearing about MODSIM. What's that about?
So MODSIM is unifying modeling and simulation. What enables us to take simulation early in the development phases of products, what we call left shifting, and enables us here to bring answers to requirements early on in the development phase, therefore reducing on one side late stage failure and giving a huge opportunity to improve product performance and sustainability.
You mentioned sustainability before. I wonder how MODSIM can help with that.
So it's a good question. So in terms of sustainability has many aspects to it. But if we take a good example of how do I reduce the mass that I need to develop a product, here on the screen that we have behind us, we see an example of shampoo bottles. If bringing simulation early on in the development phase allows us to reduce, say, 1 to 3 grams of plastic per bottle, multiply that by 6 billion plastic bottles that are produced every year, gives you a number of tons of CO2 footprint that you can reduce.
But does that mean then that we don't need physical prototypes anymore?
Well, that's a very good question. Our strategy is to support our customers in developing virtual twins as a company. And the left shifting of simulation, when we look at an overall system development, allows us here to predict early in the development phases where we might have problems arising at the end. Now, do those predictions allow us to completely push out a physical prototype? It depends what the application is. But at the end of the day, what we do have is a capacity to reduce the time to market in terms of development because we have answers early on, and those answers get refined over time, and the later we are in the development process, the finer those answers are.
Okay, so the idea is a first-time right of the prototype then?
Absolutely. So that's what we're really looking at, is increase the number of options that we look at, the number of load cases eventually for a given part, and that at the end when we do a final testing, that testing actually works and we're able to bring that on the market.
Okay, so far the theory. What about the reality? How do design and validation departments together?
So that is a topic of how do we define the workforce of the future. If we look at today, a historical way is that we define requirements, then we have a design team that works on the design, passes it down along to a validation team that might do it either per physical test or per simulation. And what we're really trying to do today through this MODSIM and this process definition of how to use simulation early on is to bring those designers that are in the development of the product in a capability to actually run simulations, which means that the specialists still have a quite bright future in terms of developing methods that are usable by that workforce in the design levels.
Okay, so in a nutshell, what are the main advantages of MODSIM?
So if I really look at a nutshell is really through a unified data model. That means that you have your requirements run into a design that is coupled directly to simulation and your validation. That enables you to have an incredible traceability of your simulation and the validation inside of your development loop on one side. And the de facto positive result out of that is that through that traceability, we're cutting our development times by factors. We've seen customers that have done factor 5 time to market improvements based on this. It is very important in all of the different facets that are impacted by MODSIM to really look at each customer has his target, and we're able to support many of those targets through the deployment of MODSIM.
Thanks for taking the time, Sebastien.
As I said, always a pleasure.